Hi, Shalom. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai. All praise, glory, and honor to the Most High, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the nation of Israel, as well as Shalom to sincere Akim and fellow laborers. Shalom. This lesson is titled, Let the Weak Say I Am Strong. Okay, and this is in reference to Joel, the 3rd chapter, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Okay. And there's an article that was published on March 22nd of this year, 2018. And it's by NPR, okay, National Public Radio. It says China acknowledges sale of advanced missile technology to Pakistan. Now, if you look up, let's see, Pakistan, you see how it just mentioned maps. But I was watching something, a comedian, basically, yeah, Pakistan and Bangladesh used to be the same country. Okay. Now what happened was the so-called white man came in, occupied, broke a bunch of stuff up, and took off. And then you had India go to war with Pakistan and Bangladesh because, well, look at Bangladesh and Pakistan being the same country but separated by a huge landmass. Well, that just wasn't going to work. And now, if I'm not mistaken, they are separate. Okay, so you can see the confusion the so-called white man brings everywhere he goes. He removes borders and ancient landmarks. That's another precept we can get. See if the blue letter picks it up. Right, Deuteronomy 19 and 14. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set, and thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that the Lord thy God giveth thee to possess it. Now, this is a custom for us. Okay, you're not supposed to remove the landmark. Now, Edom, he knew this. We have the same father. He's our older brother. We have the same father, Isaac, the same grandfather, Abraham. And these customs are customs, but the so-called white man doesn't abide by any rules. Okay, even Proverbs, they say, okay, well, that only applies to Israel. Well, the so-called white man believes in the Bible. He calls himself a Christian, does a lot of evangelizing. I'm pretty sure he reads Proverbs 22 and 23, but for some reason it doesn't apply to him, right? And let's just read it. It says, "Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless." So, so-called white man being a God-fearing man, why would he go around the world? He's the only one doing this, and moving borders around and renaming things. You know, it's interesting why this area here is called Nigeria. I did a segment on that called Negro Land. But anyway, I'm going to digress back to this article. Okay, China has sold Pakistan an advanced tracking system that could boost Islamabad's efforts to improve ballistic missiles capable of delivering multiple warheads, according to the South China Morning Post. Now, again, showing you Pakistan is relatively small, and it's even smaller, you know, compared to America, you know, and some of these other bigger powerhouses, China, Russia, okay, being some of the more prominent figures in the world, okay. So the weak are saying that they're strong, okay, because everyone looks at Pakistan like, oh, it's a shit poor country, which, well, shit, America's a shit poor country, really. Let's go back to the map. Islamabad, there we go. Okay. Now it's funny because, you know, everything's built after the style of the so-called white man. Look at this clover. I mean, if you didn't see, look at 9th Avenue, Street 54, Street 56, 56th Street, right? Street 11, the Boys Hostel, Director Gate, General Immigration. Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Doesn't that sound like just Edomite shit? It pretty much does, right? Let's go walk around real quick. Oh, I guess we can't. No, don't have a passport apparently. But anyway, you can see how his influence, the so-called white man's influence, is everywhere. Okay, but his influence, his blessing being this missile technology, he's sold it and given it to everyone, and now everyone's able to compete with them. Okay. The newspaper writes, an optical system is a critical component in missile testing. It usually comes with a pair of high-performance telescopes equipped with the laser ranger, high-speed camera, infrared detector, and a centralized computer system that automatically captures and follows moving targets. Now that's money. Putting all this technology into something that's just going to blow up, that's money. The device records high-resolution images of a missile's departure from its launcher, stage separation, tail flame, and after the missile re-enters atmosphere, the trajectory of the warheads it releases. Okay. Damn. So that's what they gave them. They're letting them, it's like selling someone a gun and giving them a scope for it. Okay. This way you can see where your bullet drops off, picks up. You can learn how the air and the tracking moves and the satellites, right? And they're giving them all this technology. So the weak are able to say that they're strong. They're able to compete. Okay. It says Pakistan, after its first successful launch of the MIRV-capable missile, MIRV, known as um, Ababa'el, said in a statement that it is amid and ensuring survivability of Pakistan's ballistic missiles in the growing regional ballistic missile defense environment. So let's look up this word, see what this means, if anything at all. Literally, swallow. So, okay, just as the bird. So that's what it means. Urdu, okay, or modern standard Urdu. So from the language, okay. Literally swallow. It is a surface-to-surface, medium-range ballistic missile. So I see why they would call it a swallow. Swallows don't fly very high, surface-to-surface missile, right? So, okay, barn swallow. The missile can allegedly carry both conventional and nuclear warheads and is claimed to use multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles. If I'm not mistaken, the Swallow. There's a running joke in Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail about swallows carrying coconuts. Um, Obviously, they can't. Coconuts are too big. But swallows and birds in general, they do carry seeds. In their scat and their poop. Whatever they eat, they poop out, and if it hits the ground, then there's something else can grow there. I'm starting to see if it's gonna list anything. Ecology might be some part to it here in the ecology, diet and feeding. Consume fruit and other plant. Okay, they have no particular steam. Nope, seeds. Okay, species in Africa have been recorded eating the seeds of acacia trees, and these are even fed to the young of the greater strip swallow. So yeah, basically birds they help with the ecology of somewhere. Here he goes. Some species feeding closer to the ground than others feeding at higher levels. Similar species separation occurs where feeding overlaps with swifts. Niche separation may also occur with the size of prey chosen. Okay, so basically the characteristics of a swallow is what entails this missile. So, looking up the missile names can be helpful. India and Pakistan have been locked in a nuclear arms race since the two countries openly conducted nuclear weapons testing within days of one another in May 1998. Since that time, their respective rocket and missile programs have also proceeded swiftly, frequently raising tensions in the South Asian region. So these scriptures are coming to life and coming to pass. Okay, verse Joel 3:11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So these heathens are all getting their militaries together. They got their missiles, their rockets, and the Most High is getting them together, um, to fight one another, but get them together so that the Most High Himself can destroy them. But anyway, with that, I'm going to wrap this up. I got to go. Till next time, Shalom. Hopefully the sound is still working. Maybe the audio cut out. Oh, it's like it's right here. That's why. Okay. Shalom.